Greetings, my lovelies. Hi, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another Breakfast Around the World. Today, I'll be visiting Sweden. So if you've missed my other Breakfast Around the World installments, which I've done the Philippines and New Jersey, which is the US technically, I shall put the link to the playlist down below and up here. So I recently learned about this dish called Blodplättar, and it comes from Sweden, and it's a dish of blood pancakes. So blood is a natural byproduct from the butchering process, and it was used a lot in different cuisines as a way to add some added nutrition and not to let anything go to waste. For example, blood pudding or blood sausages, and in this case, blood pancakes. I guess the origin story is that they actually came from Finland. So I have never cooked with blood before, so I went to my local butcher to go look for it, and I actually went to a few different stores and finally found some at my local Asian market. And here it is. Edible pork blood. And this I actually found in the frozen department. It was completely frozen, and I let it sit overnight so it could thaw. Another reason why I wanted to make this recipe is I happen to have this box of Swedish pancake mix that I picked up at IKEA, of all places. And I also have a jar of lingonberry jam, which is supposed to go with these pancakes. Perfect. And coffee. Apparently the Swedes are one of the biggest consumers of coffee, not surprisingly since they're so far up north. And yeah, so we'll have a cup of coffee with our pancakes as well. And I should also mention this is not a typical Swedish breakfast. A typical Swedish breakfast would be more like open-faced sandwiches, hard-cooked eggs, something called caviar, which isn't really caviar, it's more of like a fish paste. I've tasted it in my Emmy Eats IKEA video. I'll put that link there as well. Also, if you're a bit squeamish about blood, I would suggest skipping over the process portion of this video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is put together the pancake batter. And as you can tell from this package, these pancakes are more like crepes. They look very, very thin. If by chance you want to make this recipe, you don't have to use this pancake mix. I believe you can just use regular flour, an egg, and milk or water. But since I had this, I thought I'd just go ahead and use it. The first thing we're going to do is prepare the blood. Open this up. Wow, there it is. Doesn't smell too strongly, actually. Blood, as some of you may know, coagulates instantly because of the platelets in there. So this has some anticoagulants, but we're going to go ahead and strain it to make sure there's no little clots in there. Here we go. So this is a little bit frozen still. That's not a clot, that's just frozen blood. So I'll remove that. And to that, we're supposed to add 3 3/4 cups of cold water. So I'm going to use 1 cup of blood and 2 3/4 cup of water. All right, mix that a little bit. Now we're going to add 1 cup of blood. And mix that in. So because this blood was frozen, I believe it's probably oxidized a bit. That's why it's not this bright, vivid red color. All right, so now we're gonna cook up our blood pancakes. So I've got my pan here on medium. And get some butter. Now we're gonna take a ladleful of our batter. Swirl it around. So once it takes on this kind of dry appearance on the surface, it's almost ready to flip. And here is my stack of pancakes. They turned out great. They look beautiful. They look like chocolate pancakes. They don't smell like chocolate pancakes. While they were cooking, they smelled interesting, a little bit livery. And the consistency is much like a crepe, very thin. I'm gonna fold mine over like that. Very pretty, actually. And then I'm going to have it with some lingonberry jam. Right on the pancake, yep. Stay in the moment with patar, a 2nd cup of coffee. IKEA coffee, let's give that a taste first. Pretty strong cup of coffee. A little acidic for my taste, but not bad. Now let's give our pancake a taste. Let's try it plain first. Let's find out how to say let's eat in Swedish.
Låt oss äta.
Låt oss äta. Låt oss äta. And that's not bad at all. Initially, it tastes like a regular pancake. It's kind of floury and just mild in flavor. It has a thin, kind of rubbery texture, but then at the very end, you get a kind of metallic, irony kind of aftertaste, but not at all unpleasant. I was expecting it somehow to be more savory. Also, making this with fresh blood as opposed to frozen blood would probably change the flavor of this as well. My blood was frozen, so I think it might have kind of cut down on some of those metallic, livery flavors. Not bad to me at all. Okay, now let's try it with a lingonberry. All right, here we go. That jam is delicious. And it kind of reminds me of cranberries or currants. It has a nice little acidity to that. I think this is gonna be my new favorite jam. Yum. That definitely makes this scrumptious. Blood pancakes are delicious with lingonberry jam. I think this would also be really good with maple syrup. I love that the lingonberry jam, you can actually see the whole lingonberries in there. Beautiful. I think the only thing I'm missing is a little bit of chocolate because these look like chocolate pancakes, but they're not. All right, so that was an atypical Swedish breakfast. Let me know in the comments what country or breakfast you'd like to see next. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Show this video a little bit of love, and I shall see you in my next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye. Toodaloo, take care, bye. Why do I burp so much? I